So we're basically picking off where we left off yesterday. So now I'm gonna clean up a few of these pieces, or a few of these that I covered with some stain. Just because I don't like as much how they're sitting up. Plus I made some streakage going the other direction. And in case you're new, this is basically a sheet of OSB that I've gone in tight and started tracing around the pieces to give it a lot more depth. I went around the outside with a torch, and then I actually hit it with some stain as well, just to darken it up a little bit more. I'm liking the stain, but I'm also not. So we'll see how this ends up turning out. Well, we got a ways to go, so thank you everybody for stopping into the channel today. I'm Scuba Steve, and this is Scuba Steve's Musical Woodworking. Primarily like to do just any woodworking projects. I seen an image of somebody who did some artwork like this on a piece of OSB, and I decided to try it out myself. What I've been using on this is sandpaper, yes, some stain, and I've been tracing around the pieces with a charcoal pencil, and it really has given it a lot of depth to the pieces and or enhancement. I'm making this is a piece of OSB that I basically have taken and outlined all of these pieces, or the ones that stand out the most, and it really, I mean, this is what it looks like normally. Here's the back side, and when you see the difference in what that does, it really, really pops out. And my goal will be to my goal will be, I guess, when I'm done, when I decide it's done. Or when I run out of my charcoal pencil. I broke it in half already because I hadn't used it in a long time, and then it just, I tried to use it just like a regular pencil, and it just snapped right off. I was going to start a little earlier, but today, yeah, it really does give it a 3D effect. And the more I've looked into it, the bolder the line that I give on one side will enhance that as well. Like right now, I'm doing a little bit wider line on one side of this compared to the other. On the section that I am tracing around. And I see, like, let's see if this is the piece that I'm doing right now. Yeah, that's a better image right there. I've got some glare coming off the light above me. See if I can reduce that off there. Can you see the piece all right now, or is it a little bit, is it too dark? Hello, Van. Big Daddy, thanks for stopping in. Everybody check out Van Lot. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So I'm doing the same thing I was doing yesterday. Just going in a little more in depth on these pieces. And I think the more that I find these ones that are overlapping each other, well, they're all overlapping each other. Like right here, I just put this a little bit thicker right there. And it gives almost a shaded effect onto the piece below it. And I really like that. Just that little spot right there. That line is a little bit bolder than the line that's right here. You may not be able to see it right up close, but it definitely gave it a little bit of more of a more depth. Mercury Day, huh? I don't know if I've ever heard of it called Mercury Day. Why is it called Mercury Day? Never known Wednesday as Mercury Day. Or is that just today? Because that's the name that somebody gave this date today. And if you're new to the channel, please give that like button a hit. I looked into a couple other images that are made like this just to see how they're getting even more depth out of these images, out of this. And I think I found named after the planet Mercury, Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn. 7 celestial bodies equals 7 days. Interesting. Maybe that's common knowledge, but I did not know that. And I finally got out running today, which I should have been doing all winter because last fall I signed up for a marathon, a half marathon, and thought it was going to be in July, which technically I should be training for it still. And it's actually next month. So instead of giving myself very little amount of time, I gave myself even a littler amount of time. Yeah, not as common as I think. But we will give it our best shot. It's up on the north shore of Minnesota by the city of Duluth. I don't know if anybody ever heard of the Grandma's Marathon. I know some people, I'm pretty sure this is a well-known running marathon around the country, but I'm doing the half marathon of that. As so far anyway. That's what was planned. And now I'm trying to decide what pieces I want standing out way more than others, because I think we're going to have to fill in some areas darker than others. With what? I don't know yet. Like I said, this is just relaxing after my run. That's all that matters. And yeah, that's looking. So I just worked on like right in here, these two pieces and up here. And I think that darkness around each piece has really given it a little bit more how do you say it? Stand out. I'm lost for words there. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that like button. It's always nice to see new faces around. And if you check out my other lives or my shorts, you can see all the different projects that I work on and other musical aspects that I'd like to go visit. That's the one thing you're going to get out of this channel is it's not going to be only woodworking. It's not going to be only music. If you despise one or the other, you're still going to get one or the other out of it. So sign up, subscribe, and come along for the wild ride. Where's everybody from today? Yeah, I kind of regret hitting that with stain. But it is sanding hot. As well as I want it to, maybe not. And I don't know if I'm getting just don't know if I'm getting the darkness that I want out of that charcoal. It's giving me dark, but I don't know if it's dark enough. The graphite pencil seems to hold on a little bit more than the charcoal does. I think the charcoal will be good for doing the shading, but the graphite seems to not bleed away as much. Yeah. And I am kind of debating on using ink at some point. Is it too dark, or can you see everything? I feel like I'm getting a reflection off of something up here. Whether it's my light or maybe that's a better angle. Or I don't have enough light. No, I think that might be too much light. Oh well, we'll go with it. And I'm almost going to say like less is more in some of these spots. So I am going to fill in more of these spots with dark to give that the pieces that are standing out a bit more definition. I don't know. I just keep changing my mind on it, so we'll see how it goes. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for being here and doing what you do. Thank you for being you. When's the last time you heard somebody say that to another person? Just thank you for being the person that you are. Not the person that I want you to be, but just being the person that you are yourself. Yeah, some of these spots, I don't know. I've got pieces, or I've got brush strokes going the opposite direction of the grain here. And from when I put the stain on, not too happy with that move on my end. Got towards the end of the day yesterday and it just started going wild and crazy. When I probably should have taken the time to take a step back and just relax and worry about it the next day. There's so many nice little pieces in here that I want to emphasize on, but I can't quite get at them because of the way the wood is layered. And I truly think by blacking out some of this areas with maybe some paint, it's going to be a lot. I'm going to like this better, I think. Or not. Oh, yeah. I got a fine tip Sharpie right here. And we'll see how that does. I'm afraid with the Sharpie, though, it's probably going to bleed out into the wood. But it's definitely keeping a solid darkness. At least for the initial outlining. Can always add some more shade to it with the charcoal, I think. Yeah, that one right. See how much more that's standing out? This piece right here. Yeah, that's OSB. And I'm just tracing the pieces of it. Technically, this is what OSB looks like. And then when you trace the pieces of it, you start getting a lot of depth to it. Not at all did I ever think I would be tracing pieces of OSB layers. And if you're new to the channel, I appreciate your subscription, if you would. And to be honest, if you have a channel of your own, don't be afraid to share it as well. We're all in this together. Yeah, you can really see these three pieces are the ones that are 1, 2, 3 are the ones that I traced with that fine tip Sharpie. And they don't seem to be bleeding too badly. We'll see what it looks like in a day or two. Sorry if I ain't got a whole lot to say tonight. But maybe that's better off that way. All right. I will be back in just a moment. All right, sorry for the interruption there. Yeah, those pieces are standing out better. Hopefully I have another Sharpie around. I think this is the only fine tip one I have. Thank you for those who are still watching. Please comment if you have any questions. Or just to see who's out there. Has anybody ever tried doing something like this before? If you have, I'd love to see what you've done. And what we're doing is tracing the oriented strand board pieces. OSB. Yeah, just that line right there. Oh yeah, all of these ones I've done in ink, and it's really gave them some better depth. I'm liking this better and better. In case you didn't hear me say that already multiple times. I appreciate those of you who are sticking by here and watching. I only see a couple people on here right now. Probably got dropped by algorithm. But now I said algorithm, it'll probably really drop me off for tonight's feed. Seems like if I talk bad about the algorithm, it just kills me off. Or if I mention it at all. That piece is pretty straight. Well, we're just here to hang out, do some drawing, do some woodworking, enjoy each other's conversation. Got really cold up here in Minnesota last night, especially because my Minnesota Wild lost. Granted, we're playing Colorado Avalanche, and they are a very skilled team. And just so happens it snowed in Colorado as well. Got kind of a kick out of that when I heard that one. And from what it sounded like on the news, it wasn't just a little bit of snow either. I think parts of Wyoming got it too. Wyoming, or maybe it was Montana. I think it was Montana. But hey, Will Barton. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. What we're doing is we're outlining the pieces of an oriented strand board. That's what it looks like normally. And I had started outlining this with just chalk or a charcoal pencil, but these pieces in this area here, I've decided to outline with ink, and it seems to be giving it a lot more definition. I'm going to try to kill my light once and see if that makes a little bit of difference. Thank you. Appreciate it. I've seen somebody do some work like this just randomly, and I'm like, man, that is wonderful. The artwork that I had seen literally had the piece outlined with the bigger on top pieces were bolder, like this one and how this one I've got right now. But then kind of blended in there was a face of a woman, and you'd see an eye and the shape of the head, and it was just excellent. So I decided I had to try this and just see what I could do. Normally I'm doing woodworking on here, and I guess this is wood art. Not necessarily woodworking, but woodworking is art too, so. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that like button. Trying to work our way up there to the magic numbers, you know. Maybe not too fast. go at the right pace of getting there. Because once you get there, if you don't keep up with it and you're not ready for it, it'll just kick you back down anyway. So the person reaches that magic number and all of a sudden gets recognized by YouTube, and then you don't keep those numbers up, they'll take it right away. So but that's not really my main goal. I mean, it is a goal, don't get me wrong. I think my main goal is this is a release for myself, as well as I get to share what I'm making with other people in a different outlet than maybe Marketplace or Etsy or I mean, the scary thing is I work with wood during the day. And then when people hear me that I'm doing stuff at home out of wood, they wonder, why are you doing that? We do this all day long. Granted, it's not the same thing that I do at my job, but kind of similar. But kind of not as well. I'm going to see if I can find me a Sharpie that is wider. Here we go. And I'm going to shut this garage door a little bit. We'll fill in some of these bigger areas with this wider tipped one. Just afraid it's going to bleed too much into other pieces. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to buy a whole box of these fine tip pens, because the more I keep going over these with these, the bolder that their pieces are standing out, and the more I like it. I know it's pretty quiet. I'd really like to have some music going. But like I said the other day, if the music's playing, somebody's got a copyright on it for some dang reason. Well, I know the reason why they have a copyright on it. So that you can't make money off of their music without their permission. Which I can't blame them. Can't blame them one bit. It's basically you're stealing something from somebody without their permission. Thank you to those of you who have stuck around. I appreciate it. Yeah, I like this. I really like this. I can't say it enough. And if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping in. We're just tracing some OSB. Making some artwork here. Yeah, I like adding the darkened areas. It's really giving some of these pieces some more definition. And filling them in completely black really does give it a lot better depth, and it seems to enhance it quite a bit. Is anybody making anything right now? Artwork wise? Woodworking wise? Project wise? What do you think, Cobb? What do you think, Van? How do you like that? Your one piece of OSB and a Sharpie. Thanks for stopping in. It's I mean, seriously, it's a piece of OSB and a Sharpie. I hit the edges with a torch, but I'm tired. Yeah, I I remember that I have a half marathon I have to run next month. So I was out running earlier today, but it wasn't going very well. My knees are not what they used to be. And I ran a half marathon last fall, but tonight was more of a walk. Oh, really, Mike? I didn't know that about you. I never heard that before. Oh, wait, maybe I have heard that before. Thanks for stopping in, guys. How'd your church mouse? Yeah. How'd your sale go, Vance? Your booth looks pretty good. I know my stepdad started making a lot of those planters himself as well. I keep telling him to. He won't charge anybody more than what it costs him for the wood. Just because he said it keeps him busy. I'm like, you got to make a few bucks on it, you know. But he's retired now, and he's just happy keeping busy. Yeah, and sometimes those relationships are good for future, you know. I hope it at least paid for any entrance fee that they had if they had one. It was kind of a cul-de-sac shaped area. It almost looked like it was kind of blocked in. Was that the only thing going on in that area? Or was there a bigger like festival or something sale going on? Or was that just everything? Oh, that ought to be good. That ought to be real good. Everybody check out Cobb Mountain Woodworks. He's got some very nice products on there. And that's normally how it happens is you get some nice products from nice guys. Oh, I hope so. Because it really or you mean the sale or this picture? Or both. It is time consuming though, but I think now that I've found the right aesthetic with these markers, I kind of know where I want to go with it now. Oh, nice. Yeah, you can put a sign up like that and just be, if you don't love her enough, buy her one of these planters and so on. How many do you think you've made so far? Do you have a primary job, Vance? If you don't mind me asking? Or are you sustaining off of woodworking? Why, I forgot. Yeah, this one I made a little bit bolder around the edges, and it seemed to be a lot better. I went around the outside with a torch and some stain yesterday, and I kind of ended up sanding a bunch of it off, which I'm going to end up probably doing to a few of these pieces. Because I've got ink in here, I've got stain in here, I've got graphite in. I mean, I got a whole bunch of different things that I've been trying on here. Oh yeah, no, I shouldn't even ask that. I'm sorry. I thought about that after I said that, and that's kind of the same way why I haven't said exactly where my job is as well. Because I don't want that person who I did the brain surgery for last week finding out that I do an online thing. Oh, wait a minute. Did I say that? But in some ways, I don't know if I'd want, well, I would, but when I get to the point to where I feel pressured into doing stuff, I feel like into woodworking, I feel like I end up doing, I try to rush through it and then end up probably doing crappier job on things. Not intentionally, but just for the fact of the pressure that it puts upon a person. Not saying a person can't do it or I couldn't do it, but that's just what I've felt by a few of the projects that I did. I think last summer I made, I don't know, it was like 30 cutting, or not 30. What was it? I think it was 15 cutting boards. One of my cousins had me make. I think it's still over one too. But getting to the end of those, it was just, and they were all end grain boards. And it was just, just the constant, and I made them all different. A lot of them are on my shorts. At least some images of them are. But I didn't have a whole lot of tools then either. It definitely ended up being time consuming, and yeah. Money was good, don't get me wrong. Just didn't feel the same. Thank you. And if you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, the pieces that I've outlined with the Sharpie, here, 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 definitely popping out much bolder than other areas. So Sharpie it is. And if Sharpie's out there and wants to send me a box of Sharpies, go right ahead. Now the video will probably get nailed for copyright or some stupid thing. I've been thinking about picking up a bandsaw. I don't want to spend a lot of money on one though, and I don't know. I don't know. I've been looking at this tabletop Bauer bandsaw. Has anybody used the Bauer bandsaws before? And I don't, because I really don't have a lot of room in here for the next model up. Oh, you got the 14? Oh, that one you picked up is the one the one from Harbor Freight. That thing looks sweet. But that's I think the one I'm looking at was like a 9-inch. Maybe not. Or is yours the tabletop version on a stand? At my job, we have a massive bandsaw that we use to resaw lumber. And that thing, it gets used all the time. So majority of the time, I just, whatever I need to do for cutting or ripping in half, I'll just do it at work. But I would like just to have the ability to resaw something myself, or like the boxes like you were making. Exactly. The boxes, I mean, I just love that whole idea. That's what turned me on to your page or your channel, Vance, was your boxes are are just awesome. Check Vance's channel out, everybody. At Cobb Woodworking. Cobb Mountain Woodworks. Yeah, a person definitely gets into the swing of when you're making one thing and you're totally digging it. I really got sucked into the whole cutting board phase. Oh, there is, you mean smaller pieces inside here? There is definitely smaller pieces in here, but I'm choosing to outline the bigger pieces that are sitting more on the surface, and then kind of filling in the area, any area that I find that there's, too much little unaccessible pieces going on here, or areas. I am kind of scared of what'll happen once that ink kind of bleeds a little bit. I'd hit this with the torch yesterday a little bit too, and it definitely it made a difference too in certain areas. Sadly, in areas that I didn't want it to, though, too. I was just going a little wild later in the night. Oh, you think so? Yeah, I do agree. Yeah, around it kind of, I don't know. I sanded this a little bit too. If you look at the other side here where I haven't touched it with this is more just a charcoal pencil. And you can kind of see, I think I burned it here, a little here. But you can definitely see up here where these are the spots where it's been outlined with the Sharpie. And then, of course, I turned the piece and lost where I was kind of at. I'm kind of surprised that this Sharpie has lasted as long as it has. It must have been a brand new one. Plus, that tip is still looking pretty good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, agreed. That whole mosaic effect. Yeah, I agree on that. So I got some concerts coming up here this summer. Kind of excited about those. Kind of a bluegrass festival that they're having here in the Twin Cities. I don't know if anybody's ever listened to Stephen Wilson Jr. He's going to be at this one as well. Trampled by Turtles, I think, is going to be there. Good old, one of my favorites is up and coming artist oh, excuse me. Oh, now mine went blank here. I'll remember it when I'm not thinking about it. I'm so used to just grabbing my phone and looking up names. And then I'd bring my laptop down here, but my Wi-Fi signal doesn't reach here. So I'll hopefully be filming those and putting them on the channel too. They're opening a new amphitheater near my house. And they'll be putting a bunch of bands there too. You know, music just does something for me. I don't know. And then I'll forget about it and I won't go to a concert for a while. And then I'll go to one and I'll be like, all right, why haven't I been going to a concert? For a while there, I was winning tickets on the radio station like nonstop. The radio station in the Twin Cities here, I'd have their phone number on my phone, just on speed dial. I was holding out. Well, I guess this was a while ago. I guess I was holding out on getting a smartphone. I wasn't going to do it. I was not going to do it until I had to. So I still had the old flip phone, and that flip phone, I swear, was connecting faster than these smartphones were connecting. And I was winning tickets nonstop on the radio. I think I won 7 times the one year. Oh yeah, the Pantera Metallica. Yeah, my boss kind of got mad about that one. When the tickets first went on sale for that, it said that it was the 2-night concert, and the only option was to buy the two nights package. So he forked over the money and got the package. And then, sure enough, months later, they started offering 1-night tickets for that show. And he's like, I would have much rather have just gone 1 night instead of both nights. Because I think he only went to 1 night. The last concert I was at was the Black Label Society with Ozzy Osbourne's guitar player, Zakk Wylde. And the music store, a record store in the area, had announced they would do a free meet and greet with the band if you purchased the album. And they even gave an option to buy a cassette. So I bought a cassette for $9.99 and got to meet Zakk Wylde and the band. And Zakk Wylde is exactly as he presents himself to the public. He is such straightforward, down-to-earth, nice guy. I mean, granted, it could be all a show because they're doing these kind of things all the time, but I don't know. I've met other performers before, and he just was straight up nice. They took the time to introduce themselves and, asked my name. And we got a picture and everything. I think I definitely have it on my channel. But it wasn't like they were rushing you through, like, boom, 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 boom. They took that extra time to really just say hi, and I don't know. They did it. They do it the right way, it seemed like. It was a pretty cool experience. The concert was good too. They had the opening band was the guitar player's band, and then Zakk came out and did Zakk Sabbath, his tribute to Black Sabbath, and then Black Label Society came out and played. So all in all, it was a pretty cool experience. Well, I need to eat some dinner as normal. Well, we got a little ways here. We got some depth going on. And I like the idea of adding that Sharpie in there. So I appreciate everybody who stopped in, stuck around, and yeah, everybody have a good night, and we'll see you soon. Thanks again. Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all. All right, over and out.